guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am building a medium to large size family home in Brindleton Bay, and this house has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, an office, a laundry room, and a artist or skill building room, I suppose, and it comes in at around 124,000 simoleons. I went for the Modern Farmhouse style for this home, which has been on my to-do list for a very, very long time. It's a style of architecture and interior design that I really, really enjoy, and there's actually a lot of different ways to approach the exterior in particular. So I did look up a lot of reference photos and I kind of combined a couple of them, but I'll probably revisit this idea at some point in the future because there is just so many different ways to approach it and I kind of love it. So I think there'll be more in the future. And I think for this house, my favorite part is actually the interior, which I'm so excited for you guys to see once we get to that point. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy this house and you would like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. If you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi, that information will also be down below, as well as a direct download link to the gallery website if it's easier for you guys to download it that way. Anyway, we are just working on the exterior here. As you can see, I'm really fiddling with the roof. I feel like lately I've been building a lot of houses where the roofing has just been a huge struggle because I've been really wanting to have the upper floor that's within the roof of the top floor, if that makes sense. And it's kind of frustrating to make it all functional and make it look cute. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of that in this video. It takes a very, very long time. I feel like a majority of this video, or at least a huge chunk in the front end, is just me messing with the roof, trying to figure out the right roof line and how much space I want upstairs. And if I'm remembering correctly, the upstairs is a really wonky shape. I feel like that happens a lot when I build houses, is I'm just trying to make it look really cute on the outside. And then I'm like, oh, upstairs looks great. Yeah, great. And I just kind of make it work. But I'm pretty happy with how this house came out. Like I said, particularly the interior, which is a design style that I very, very much enjoy. I had so much fun decorating the inside of this house. I actually tweeted about it like a while back because I started this like a couple weeks ago, and for some reason I'm just getting around to doing the voiceover. But I was tweeting about how I was working on a house that I was loving the interior on, and I couldn't wait to share it with you guys. And so this is that house, if you saw that tweet. I am so happy to finally have this out. It's just been sitting because there was so much footage. I spent so much time on this build, and it's taken me forever to get down to the length that I have it at now. And I might still trim a little bit more, but it's like 20-something minutes right now. So we shall see what you're seeing. It's always harder to do longer voiceovers because, well, you guys are going to be listening to this and I'm talking to you. In the moment, I'm just alone in my office, rambling to myself. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do the longer voiceovers, especially with the amount of tiny houses I do. I'm used to like the 10 to 15 minute ones. But I'm just so excited for you guys to see the interior of this one. I did use a lot of windows from various packs. We have a couple of them from University, as well as I believe some base game ones. And that little window off to the left side is from Get Famous, I think. So I did not limit my pack usage in this build. However, over the last couple of weeks, I've been mostly like not limiting anything. I think I did a base game home recently as well. So that's like the only limited pack build I've done recently. So if you guys have any suggestions for some either base game themed builds or specific limited pack builds, like what packs do you think would be fun to see combined, I do have some ideas written down, but if you have any more, let me know. I'm hoping to do some more towards the end of this month or early January because we're like mid-December now. I need to get into some like holiday builds, some more like wintry builds, so that's probably going to be top priority. But then I definitely want to do some more limited pack builds and base game builds going into the new year because I know those are a lot more accessible to you guys. But speaking of wintry builds and holiday themed builds, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I cannot wait to have time to just sit down, probably tomorrow sometime, and just build some really holiday inspired builds. I love this time of year. I love building and making all cozy and like family homes and venues and stuff. I have a couple of things written down that you guys have suggested. Plus I just have some fun ideas that I'd like to do, some cute things, some like really normal family homes, and just everything. I'm really excited for this time of year. I do very much enjoy building in winter in game. It's not a season I build in that much. And I don't know why. I feel like it has to be a certain time of the year for me to do it, other than when seasons first came out. When seasons first came out, like it was just all winter and fall builds, like nonstop. And then after it came out and it was out for a little while, it was like, okay, back to summer all the time. I think the only season I never build in is spring though, because everything's so dead. It's just not, I don't like it in the game. In real life, spring is really nice. It's very pretty. But in the game, it's just like the aftermath of winter, and it's sad, and the lighting is bad. So spring definitely gets neglected in the game. But anyway, we are still working on the landscaping here and adding a little bit of a bump out to the front of the build to match the one I put in the back. And there are like a mixture of more traditional and modern windows. I liked the idea of doing that with the Modern Farmhouse style. So I am just figuring those out a little bit here and adding some greenery to the outside. I love adding ivy to my builds. I just think it makes them look so pretty. Although I'm kind of wondering why I didn't try to use any of the ivy that came with Discover University, because it is so pretty. If you didn't know, it's in the Show Live Edit Objects catalog, so it's not in like the regular catalog, so you might not know that there was new ivy, but it is so beautiful, and I've used it a few times now, but I feel like I should use it more. I don't know. I don't know if I should cover every single build I do in ivy, but the desire to do so is very, very strong. So who knows what will happen. I don't know. Would it look nice with snow on it though? Because I do want to do those wintry builds. I'm not sure. I guess we're going to find out. Maybe I'll try it. But anyway, we're still working on the shape. I keep fiddling with it. It's just about done now, though. We're just adding these little awnings on the outside. I think these ones came with seasons, if I'm remembering correctly. And then we're working on the floor plan. I did originally want to have the staircase curve like that, but I changed it to just be a straight up and down boring staircase. Not every staircase has to be configurable, Tanya, even though I kind of want them to be usually, but I decided not to in the end with this one because it was just taking up too much space and it didn't make much sense. But in this house, of the 4 bedrooms, there are 3 of them are upstairs and 1 is on the main floor, and the one on the main floor I imagined would be a guest bedroom. So it's not as decorated and exciting and personality filled as the rest of the rooms, but I think it still looks pretty nice, and it's always good to have that guest room, or maybe that could be like grandma or grandpa's room. Maybe you have multi-generations living in this family. I think that's actually a really cute idea, and I think it makes a lot more sense for your Sims when they have an older relative living with them, that they're on the ground floor so they don't have to deal with the stairs as much. So I think that's a really cool idea, but we're just still fiddling with the floor plan and the landscaping. I hopped back and forth continuously in this build between inside and outside and upstairs and downstairs, and oh my gosh, the amount of footage. This took so long to make, but I was having such a good time with it. And I think you can tell by all the love you're going to see going in on the interior. Well, I mean, I'm still working on the exterior, so I obviously put in a lot of time on that. But we're just figuring out the little back porch area right now. I don't remember if we do the whole backyard area first. I think we do that last, actually. I just wanted to add the little half wall to close in the back porch to make it look better. And then we are adding the flooring. I can't remember if I kept this flooring or not. I want to say I did, but I know I was not sure about which ones I wanted to do, but I did know that I wanted to use the Parenthood countertops because they definitely have the exact style I was going for. I really wanted them in this, they're kind of a little bit more of a farmhouse style, in my opinion. And then they came in this black and white, which was perfect for what I was going for because I wanted to use a lot of black and white and then a lot of wood tones as well, like mixing those two together. And I just love how this kitchen came out. I was so happy with it. So we end up having a couple of cabinets over to the left side, and then on the right side we're going to switch it up in a little while to have some wooden shelves that are actually like a brown wood color. There they are. And of course this subway tile backsplash, which I think looks so pretty here. I'm just very, very happy with this kitchen. I would love to have this in real life, but at the same time I'm so conflicted because I currently have a very industrial kitchen. I don't know if that's how I would phrase it, but it's very much industrial styled kitchen. Like I have copper or brass backsplashes. They are so cool, and that's a style I very much enjoy as well. Like I love industrial style. I have so many styles I enjoy. I love industrial, I love farmhouse, I love mid-century. I feel like my house in the future, when I eventually have a house, is going to be such a mix of styles. I'm going to be like, here's my industrial something. And then my farmhouse style table. And then like my couch that's super mid-century modern. Like it's gonna be a mess, but I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be fantastic. But we're just putting down a bunch of clutter in here. I have a little tea maker, a bunch of stuff on those shelves, and then figuring out the chairs at this bench and having that gorgeous flower off to the side, as well as a fresh bowl of fruit. I also raised up this shelf into the ceiling so I could hang a couple of these lights that came with Parenthood. They're mason jars. I think it's so cute. Those are definitely lights that I don't use that often, but I felt like they worked perfectly for the style I was going for, so I was happy to use those. And then here is the dining space. This whole room is very open concept, and I used the table and chairs that came with cats and dogs. They fit perfectly. I love that table so much. That is definitely like real life goals. And I actually used a lot of cats and dogs in this build. Cats and dogs and Parenthood are probably the most used packs. Yeah, probably. I'm going to point things out as I use them anyway. Those curtains are from Seasons. The side table is from Cats and Dogs, I believe. And then the mirror, I don't know what pack the mirror is from. Is it base game? I'm not entirely sure. But then we're going to be raising up a planter in the middle of the table. I believe this is from City Living. I just thought it looked nice. I really wanted like a long strip of greenery in the middle. And I didn't particularly want any of the ones that came with Seasons because they just didn't fit the vibe I was going for. But I did use these. And then I used 2 of these from Cats and Dogs, these little corner shelves, and combined them together. I just thought it looked really cute and changed the color of those to white. And just adding a couple of things by the front door as well. I like to add coats as well as temperature controls by the front door. I don't know how realistic it is to have the temperature controls by the front door, because that's never where they've been in my house. But for some reason in The Sims, that's always where I place them. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if other people do that too, but I'm like, always, yeah, let's put the thermostat right by the front door when you walk in. Like mine's in the middle of my living room, like kind of separating the kitchen from the living room area. And like in future houses, in my future houses, it's currently at this place. No, in places I've lived in the past, it's been very far from the front door, actually, like nowhere near it. But anyway, we're in the living room now, and I'm cluttering up this wall with bookcases and more books and a little kitty statue, just a bunch of little knickknacks and stuff. And that way there's lots of books that you can grab and do some skill building that way. And also because this room is just kind of a weird shape. But over here we're having the fireplace and TV area. I combined a bunch of these shelves in the corner, and I placed the TV on this on a diagonal, which I thought came out so cute. I was very, very happy with this design choice. And then we're going to be adding some more shelves up on the right side as well as a couple of poofs under there that I imagine your Sims could pull out and sit on. Obviously they can't. You'd have to go into build mode and grab them and place them elsewhere. But I thought it was kind of a cute idea to place those down there as a design choice. And you can see those shelves that I did place. And then I switched out this carpet a couple of different times trying to decide which one I wanted, but I believe I went with this one in the end from base game. I just thought it was a really pretty simple pattern, and then also base game sofas because I really like them. And they just really fit the theme I was going for. And I think we added the chairs that came with Discover University over here. So a mixture of different packs being used for sure, but I think they went together very nicely. I really love it when packs just go together so well like that. I feel like the biggest one that I feel like just match up so perfectly in their design style, gotta go back to one of my favorites of mid-century modern here, is bowling stuff. Or is it called bowling night? Is it bowling stuff or bowling night stuff? I don't know. But the bowling pack and Get Famous go so nicely together because they both have gorgeous mid-century items. So those are definitely packs that I love using together. But I feel like a lot of the packs just really complement each other. I mean, back to Get Famous. I'm not sure any of that like really fancy richy stuff. I don't even know what to call it. I don't think that goes with any pack, to be honest. I feel like maybe the shower and sink and stuff that came with Realm of Magic. But other than that, it doesn't go with anything, and I never use those items. I occasionally get suggestions to use them, but I just haven't yet because I don't like them. But I guess if I come up with a good idea on a way to use those, that could be kind of fun because it's so far from my personal taste to do something with like gold and I cringe looking at that furniture. It's very nicely made. I like the way it looks in the game. It's just so not my style. But anyway, we are into the laundry room in this house. When you walk off the kitchen, it's like a laundry room / pantry. And we also end up having a treadmill in here. So it's kind of a skill building room. It's an interesting one. I thought it was a fun use of space. It's definitely not something I use that often in my gameplay. I never have like a pantry, but I think it's really realistic to real life. And by the pantry, we have a trash can as well as the Christmas boxes or the holiday boxes to go ahead and decorate your house for whatever season you happen to be in. I think those are the coolest item in seasons because everybody has those bins. Mine don't look exactly like that, but I hardcore relate to having those. I feel like the one on the bottom I have, just not the one on top. But I have all of those things out there all over my house. I started decorating like right after Thanksgiving here in the US. And I never really finished. I just kind of have stuff everywhere because I've been so busy that I haven't been able to finish it or put things away. So I just have Christmas decorations and boxes and stuff absolutely everywhere. So definitely enjoy that item. just little tangents there. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. But here we are just placing some more stuff over in this pantry area. I added some detergent for the laundry, as well as like some medicine stuff. I assume these Sims probably got a bunch of things in bulk and they're just storing them over here. And since this is right next to a bathroom as well, I did put some towels and stuff. So there's just all kinds of stuff over here. Of course, I had to find an area in the house to go clutter crazy on, and this just happens to be it. Got some dog treats, got some pots and pans, books, everything you can imagine. Oh my gosh, I put a lot over here. I wasn't sure if I kept all of that in, but I guess I did. And then we should be heading into the bathroom here shortly. I made sure to add all the cat stuff that you would need because I imagine this house had a cat. You could also have a dog, but because you need the same things for them, except you need extra stuff for a cat, like a kitty litter box. So you could have whatever pets you would like in this house. But in the downstairs bathroom, actually in both bathrooms, I keep everything very black and white. That was definitely a style I was going for, with the wooden floors and then everything else being black and white. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I also used the shower from Parenthood in this swatch. I don't think I've ever used, but I thought it was very, very pretty and fitting for the style I was going for. And then just adding some more decorations, some plants, some towels, all of that jazz in this room. Definitely a room that uses a lot of Parenthood as well. As I mentioned, the shower's from there, the rug is from there, the counters are from there. Everything's from Parenthood. I just love it so much. But here we are into the very small office space. This is a room that you could definitely repurpose into another bathroom if you wanted, or literally anything else. It's just a very, very small room, and I thought it would be nice to have just a cozy little office. And so that's what I did. There's just a desk over here, a computer, and a couple of clutter pieces. And I believe we might fit a bookcase in here if I'm remembering correctly. But I kept this room fairly simple. I don't know why every time I'm going through clutter, I pick up the bowling pin and I'm like, I'm going to use the bowling pin. And then I almost never do. So I don't know. Maybe I need to make like a bowler's house. I don't know how to do that without just like overusing the bowling stuff. Maybe doing like some kind of bowling area. Yeah, let's go down to the bowling area. No, I should do some kind of bowling alley that's also like a restaurant or bar or something at some point. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I don't know how many of you guys have the bowling pack. I really enjoy it mostly for the furniture items, but bowling is kind of fun in game occasionally as well. I haven't done it in a while though. I haven't done that in years in real life. And I don't mind bowling. I just don't know anyone that doesn't hate it in real life, so I never go because I don't have anyone to go with. But anyway, we are upstairs into the other bathroom now, just kind of making it match the one downstairs, except this one only has a stand-up shower instead of a shub. I can't believe I just called it a shub. I stuttered like a year ago trying to say shower tub combo, and I said shub. And so I was thinking about that, like, okay, Tanya, you're gonna say it correctly this time. And I full on just said we have a shub downstairs. Okay, so yeah. This one has a stand-up shower, and the downstairs one has a shub. But anyway, we are into the artist area now. This is just another extra room I had, and since there were so many modern windows, I thought it would be nice to use as a place for a painter to work on their craft and like look out the window and paint nature. I just thought it was a pretty idea, and of course you can put whatever other skill building items there if you want, or you can make it into a really little bedroom with a gorgeous view. That's definitely an option as well. It's just a nice little space you can use for whatever you'd like. And now we're just finishing up the upstairs hallway. I just added a bookshelf and a couple of clutter pieces, this little end table over here, And then we should be popping on into the very first bedroom, which is going to be the master bedroom upstairs. And this is that. I really like this room because it's super neutral. That's something I kind of go to a little bit too often in master bedrooms, but I really like it and I feel like it really fits the style of the rest of the house. So I hope you guys do like it too. I had originally been thinking of going for those dark black bedside tables, but I thought they were a little bit too stark of the contrast, so I did go for these light wood instead, and I think it came out all right. I like them a lot better than I liked the black bedside tables, but of course I have the black windows popping in from the outside, so we definitely have that aspect as well. But I think this just looks like such a cozy little room, and I don't know, I think that's the best thing about bedrooms is when they're really cozy, because you go in there to like snuggle up and fall asleep. I mean, some Sims are going in there for other reasons, but like it's mostly for sleep, so it's nice if they're nice and cozy. So quite enjoyed this room. Actually, where is it? Oh, the door's on the other wall. I was like, did the wall disappear? Did the door disappear? I got confused for a second there. But anyway, this is the second bedroom. I did imagine this as a teenager's room. This is the same bed as the other room, but in a different swatch. I love this swatch. This is one of my favorite swatches on this bed. I actually really, really enjoyed this bed. It is from Cats and Dogs. It is so pretty, and we just add a little desk over here and a small dresser as well, so there's a place for your Sim to go ahead and do their homework. This could be a teenager or a young adult. I can imagine this being a Sim who's going to university from home. They're still staying here, but they're going to classes. I actually really like that idea. I'm so happy we have that option. You don't have to live on campus in order to attend university. That makes me so happy. That was definitely probably my most wanted feature for a university pack for The Sims 4, so I think that would be a really cool idea for the Sim that lives in this room for sure. And then with this desk over here, I needed to make sure it was multifunctional. I really enjoy with these rooms making it both a desk space to get work done, but also a kind of get ready or vanity space for my Sims as well, even though it doesn't really function that way. I wish you could apply that option to desks. Like we have the vanities that came with Vintage Glamour. I think they're so cool. They're definitely an item that I either overuse or don't use at all. Maybe this will be a good reminder to myself to start using those again, because I think they are so nice. It's really cool to have your Sims sit down and do their makeup. And I know that there was a huge glitch for a while that your Sims would just sit someplace random in the house and start doing the makeup. And it always happened, I believe it was in my City Living Let's Play with my Sim's son. He would just randomly sit down in random places in the house and do clown makeup on himself. And so I'd be like, okay, time for dinner. And my little son would just walk up, like my child, with crazy amounts of messy makeup on all the time. And I'm like, you didn't even go in the room. I'm so confused as to what's happening right now. And I really enjoyed that glitch, but hopefully it's fixed now. I don't know. It was a long time ago, so it's probably fixed, but I'm not selling the vanity very well here. I'm like, your children are going to show up to dinner in clown makeup. Don't get it. But I really do enjoy that pack. And for a very long time, Vintage Glamour was probably my number one stuff pack, but it's not anymore. Laundry Day is amazing. There's a bunch of really good stuff packs, but Laundry Day, yes, so good. But we just kind of talked over the kids' bedroom as I talked about clown makeup. I mean, that room had the bright reds in it, so it was kind of fitting. I like how that room came out, once again, using more Parenthood. The bed from that was from Parenthood, and now we are into the spare bedroom downstairs, or it could be grandma's room, depending on what you'd like. I'm using a bed from Cats and Dogs, and it's just very simple in here. I like how it came out, and I hope you guys do too. But anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.